Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're looking at a massive transformation happening right now in one of the world's most critical manufacturing sectors. The global auto industry is going through this period of intense, unprecedented hyperacceleration, and India's automotive ecosystem, well, it's sitting right at the epicenter of this seismic shift.
Okay, let's dive into this. How fast is the auto industry actually changing right now? If you think you know how long it takes to design, test, and build new automotive tech, I'm here to tell you to just take those traditional timelines and throw them completely out the window. We're not talking about some tiny year-over-year tweak in factory efficiency. We are looking at a revolutionary rewrite of the entire global manufacturing playbook.
Section 1. The Catalyst: Chinese Competition.
So, what exactly is driving this sudden, industry-wide need for speed? Well, according to a recent report from Mint, the primary catalyst is Chinese automakers. They are forcing the Indian auto industry to move faster than ever before. Now, this isn't about taking political sides or anything like that. It's just pure unfiltered market dynamics at play. When one major global player suddenly compresses their product development cycles, everybody else in the global supply chain has to adapt immediately. If you don't, you risk getting left in the rearview mirror. And the pressure this puts on legacy manufacturing systems is absolutely immense.
Section 2. Shifting gears, tech investments.
To survive and thrive in this kind of high-pressure environment, the Indian auto sector is shifting gears entirely. They're building out a massive new technological arsenal. And leading the charge are some absolute powerhouse companies within the ecosystem. Major players like Samvardhana Motherson, Varroc, Tenneco Clean Air, and Sona Comstar. They aren't just making, small incremental tweaks to their assembly lines. They are making the massive financial and structural investments needed to fight this global battle of speed.
So what exactly does this rapid response arsenal look like? It's a highly advanced tech stack. We're talking huge investments into artificial intelligence, digital simulation, virtual prototyping, and serious automation paired with advanced testing. By utilizing AI and doing all the heavy lifting virtually, actually before a single piece of physical metal or plastic is ever manufactured, they are systematically destroying old production bottlenecks. This specific combo of tech is literally designed to shrink development timelines to the absolute minimum, which means new features, and honestly, safer vehicles, reach you, the consumer, faster than ever.
Section 3. Cutting timelines in half.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that these tech investments aren't just theoretical boardroom strategy. We are seeing dramatic, real-world proof right now on the factory floor. Take something as complex and heavily regulated as developing a new passenger car lighting solution from scratch. Traditionally, that would take anywhere from 18 to 24 months. Today, that timeline has been smashed down to just 11 months. Just think about what that means for the industry. Through digital simulation and rapid testing, they've essentially cut the historical product development cycle completely in half. To put a human face to this data point, listen to this direct quote from Arjun Jain, the CEO of Business Eye at Varroc. He confirms it, saying, "Recently, we developed a passenger car lighting solution from scratch within 11 months, which would typically take about 18 to 24 months. This perfectly grounds the data in reality. It proves that this hyperacceleration isn't some distant projection for 5 years down the road. It's actively happening on the ground right this very second."
Section 4. The green commercial future.
Let's move to and see how this builds into another massive area of the industry. Because this intense need for speed, it's not just restricted to how fast passenger car parts are researched and developed. A sweeping transformation is happening in the commercial space, too. There is a massive shift to alternative fuels in commercial vehicles happening right alongside this manufacturing speed-up. The auto industry is fundamentally changing what actually powers these fleets. The commercial sector is aggressively moving away from traditional fossil fuels, and some projections from the ratings agency ICRA illustrate just how incredibly fast this pivot is taking place.
Check out the staggering projected jump for new commercial vehicle sales utilizing alternative fuels. For fiscal year 26, the projection sits at a very healthy 27%. But jump forward just 4 short years to fiscal year 30, and that number skyrockets to between 40 and 45%. In less than half a decade, nearly half of all new commercial vehicles sold in India are expected to run on alternative energy. That is an astonishingly aggressive adoption curve for transport fleets.
So how does that fiscal year 30 green market actually break down in practice? Well, electric vehicles are for sure grabbing a majority of the global headlines, right? And they are projected to reach a very solid 10 to 15% penetration rate here. But the real heavy lifters in the alternative commercial space,
Those are expected to be CNG and LNG vehicles. They are projected to absolutely dominate the alternative slice, accounting for 30 to 35% of all sales. The remaining 50% or so will stick to traditional fuels. What this structured breakdown shows us is that the road to a green commercial future relies heavily on a diverse mix of transitional technologies, not just electric batteries.
Which brings us to our final, pivotal question. Will this unprecedented speed-up be enough to win the global auto race? We've seen how intense global market competition is acting as a massive catalyst. We've watched Indian auto giants deploy AI and virtual prototyping to literally slice their R&D timelines in half. And we just saw the incredibly rapid timeline projected for the adoption of alternative fuels in the commercial sector. The entire industry is quite literally operating on fast forward. But in a global market where everybody is hitting the accelerator at the exact same time, the ultimate winner remains to be seen. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep your eyes closely on this space, because this international market battle is only going to get faster from here.